And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Seminoles offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last. And he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Wide receiver comes in motion. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. He's in open space downfield. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Johnson wants to throw it. Trying to get behind the defense. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
So the NC State Wolfpack comes out and they'll have the ball for the first time. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football. But we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to pass it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Gets the toe down, but didn't go forward at all. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Wants to throw again. Lets it fly. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Field goal is good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He leaves it with his back. Got enough for the first. Turning it on. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
Grabbed over the middle. It's picked up. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Johnson looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Noles have had outstanding quarterbacks over the years. Not always dual threats. Sometimes a little more Danny Cannellish, but using his feet well there.
And even Chris Winky. And guys that maybe they weren't runners, but man, they made those athletes around them really come to life and were a force multiplier, made everybody around them better. And you found a lot of those guys with these Florida State offenses.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Second and goal coming up. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Grabbed behind the line. It's McCoy. Touchdown,
Nice pitch and catch. This receiver and quarterback have done this thousands of times. Finds the open man, throws a strike. The receiver does the rest and gets into the end zone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Here's the handoff. And he's by the big defensive tackle.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Scott. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Puts a boot to it, didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on twice. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Johnson wants to throw it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the timing just a hair off.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Snagged in the middle. It's McCoy. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Now, a 4th down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Johnson looking to throw. He'll take a shot. Touchdown Seminoles! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. And we're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Creates a little room. Breaks into the open. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you can tell the quarterback breaks a little bit. He starts moving and tries to throw a little bit across his body. And why is that dangerous? You're not accurate. You're not accurate with the football when you do that. You can tell it wasn't close to being a completion. He's got to do a better job setting his feet and making a clear, concise, good throw.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Here's the pressure. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got it in the middle, it's Boston. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the 1st down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. Quarterback gets the 1st down and more. And after the huge scramble, he slides and gets down. Terrific run to get out of trouble. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Knocked out at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Noles have pushed it inside the 20. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Robinson. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Johnson wants to throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Noles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Wants to throw on first down. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Touchdown, Florida State. The defense putting points on the board. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming, and it is so beautiful.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Rides to back and leaves it. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wants to go up top. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Wants to throw. It's Bailey. And the quarterback is knocked down back in the 13. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Coverage team down there to down the punt, and they'll spot it just inside the 45. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown.
He unleashes a long one. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Got enough for the first down. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Working that left side now. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. To the air, it's Bailey. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. NC State break to the line. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Jenkins. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked. And here comes the punt team. Wants to return it.
Return runs out of bounds.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Oh, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to go in at halftime and potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Off play action. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Pulls and fired complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden,
big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Dropping back, it's Glenn. The short hands, it's Pittman. That should be the final play of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our... update. And the Seminoles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the ball comes to rest right there. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory.
Great job getting the interception. Maybe an even better job on the return. You got the convoy. You're finding your blockers. You're out in the open field. You're saying, hey, coach, watch me with the ball in the open space. Maybe I can get on offense and get a few throws. That was a phenomenal individual effort.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in. Score. Touchdown, Wolfpack. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. How about this dude going off script for the Noles? Not necessarily known for his running ability.
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had some great ones at Florida State. Looking for that next great one to take them over the top.
Quarterback extends the play. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy at 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To throw, it's Johnson. Got a man, it's Robinson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's McCoy. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, NC State. Good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
He lets it fly. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had...
There he goes. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line. The Seminoles trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Quick strike through the air for the score. He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut, 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game, are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll down this one at about the 40. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Quarterback making checks. Johnson looking to throw. Going for it all. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. If you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Fletcher. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself with the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. This play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking them.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Pittman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Seminoles line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Going for it all. And they can't quite hook up, trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. He'll do it himself on the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But But the screen game's a big part of it, too. We're trying to get him going there.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's first. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
And I don't blame this offense at all for throwing the football down here. Like, you can trust. He's already got 4 touchdown passes on the day. He's proven he's trustworthy. Nice job by the defense, not getting fooled again. They've had a bad day, but that was a good play.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Wide open downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to barge in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Touchdown, no! And the route is on. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You got to execute, you got to lock in.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Down this punt just inside the 40-yard line.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
Motion from the wide receiver. Johnson wants to throw it. Takes the easy one to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple yards there.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Ran through the contact. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Fires to the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance. Yo.
North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Jenkins. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Turning it on. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. From the gun, running back gets the give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Well, I love the play call by the defense there on 4th down. They were expecting pass. They didn't decide to just lay back and play zone coverage. They were going to dial up the pressure. They bring the blitz, and they just overwhelmed the offensive line and anyone else trying to protect that quarterback. He had no shot.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Pulls it and fires to the left.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking for a man. It's Glenn. Fakes to grab. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Nice job by the receiver on the in-route. How about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They've got the screen set up. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Quick release by the QB. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They boot it away. And after that punt, that's where they'll mark it. It'll be just inside the 35-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Will wonders never cease if you're a defensive guy? They called PI on the offense this time. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Finds his man, it's Miranda. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Line getting set on second down. The offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab, it's Russell. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Russell. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
The Noles in the hurry up. Looking to throw on third. Got it in the middle. It's Miranda. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. They make the stop, and the clock strikes zero, and that will do it for this one.